Looks like it's going to rain again soon. Welcome to another studio vlog. It's Barbara from Vienna, Austria, and I'm a junk journal artist. So today I want to take you along on some more outdoorsy things. Since the weather is finally really nice and the days are longer, I really enjoy going out more. So I'll take you along to 2 different flea markets and 2 different exhibitions. And I'll show you everything I got, and I'll show you how I integrate some of these things into my planner. So the Edelstoff exhibition was a lot of fun. It was the first time I ever went. It's an exhibition for young designers. They have food. They had a lot of vegan food, which was awesome. There's young fashion, there's lifestyle, there's art and crafts. It's really cool. There's a lot of upcycled products. It was really a lot of fun, and I definitely want to go again next year. So here you see a few pictures of the stands from the website. So I have a couple of things I'd like to add in my journal from this experience. So at the entrance, we received this sticker and this bookmark. It's coming again in October. I didn't know it comes more than once a year, so that's cool. So anybody in or around Vienna, mark your calendars. It's a lot of fun, and I think the entrance was only like €5. Then I have this, which was from a company. I don't remember where they were from. They were not Austrian. They had really cool upcycled products, especially really cool bags. And I almost bought one, but then I thought I don't really need it, and they were quite expensive. So I was like, let's not do this now. And then there was a really cool stand with such yummy dried fruit. I'm such a sucker for dried fruit, especially exotic food like mangoes, pineapples, kiwis. And I bought a bag of dried mangoes, which were a little bit too thin for my taste, but the kiwis were amazing. I've never seen dried kiwis like this. So they had the slices, and they even left the hairy skin on it, which was really interesting in your mouth. And they were, of course, really sour, which I totally love. And they are quite a young company. This is a card from them. Yeah, they're established in 2022. They are Austrian, and they have a website, which I'm happy to link below, but you cannot get these single packages online, but they do have like a mix of dried fruits, and they are super yummy in case you want to check them out. So I thought, let's add these things into my planner, because I definitely want to keep these keepsakes. And I think, yeah, how about on this bag here, I thought I could add this bookmark as a belly band. I think the style completely fits to my May planner style. And I am simply going to glue that on. No, first I'll run it through my sewing machine to have some stitching. And then I'll just glue that on. And then that happened. Wow. So this is one of my signature stitches. I can't always make this happen, but sometimes I get very lucky. Don't ask me how this happens. And the second one worked just fine. So even though it's a little bigger than my page here, it doesn't matter. It's fun to have these sticking out, actually. And then I'm just going to put this sticker right on top, because I think that looks really fun. So I won't even take it off the backing. Super quick and easy, fun belly band. Love it. Then I have this belly band here, which I made along with these other fun pieces here in another video, which I will link for you in case you haven't seen that. I'll put this one in this belly band. It fits perfectly. And then I thought with this one, I could cut that out as a tag shape. So I have this tag die cut, which I think would work perfectly. Obviously, I could also cut it by hand, but this is so much easier. So I'll go and take this to my die cutting machine. I love it. So where could we add this? Does it fit in here maybe? It does not. Should we add it here? I think it goes well here because we have the green here. So I have this die also one size bigger. I believe these are Tim Holtz. And I found this wrapping paper, and I think this would go really well underneath here. So I'll cut out the bigger shape with this paper and also with this piece of scrap cardstock, and then mount this on top. Since I plan on sewing around it as well, I'm going to use my glue stick to adhere the wrapping paper onto the cardstock. I rarely use my glue stick, but for situations like this, it does come in quite handy. But it's messy, it's sticky. You need 2 hands to apply it. Not a huge fan. So I've already sewn it on. I think it looks really cute. And I'll ink the edges with Forest Moss Distress ink. And I also found some dyed lace and cheesecloth, which I think will work nicely with these colors. So let's add a little bit more grunge here. Also some black thread. And I can just stitch that on with my machine. So there we go. I think it's a lot of fun. And I will attach this as a belly band as well. You can never have enough belly bands. And then I can stick these cards in here. Moving on to the Frida Kahlo exhibition. Oh my goodness, this Frida exhibition was just amazing. So this was called an immersive experience, and it truly deserved its name. So this is some footage that I managed to film there, and it was absolutely incredible. I've never been to a museum where they had this kind of immersive experience. And I can totally recommend it to anyone who's able to go. So this was also in the Marxhalle. So if you're in and around Vienna, I'm not sure how long this exhibition will be there, but please go if you have a chance. It is so worth it. It was showing her work and her life in moving, colorful pictures for the most case. It was focusing on the 1920s to 1940s, and each room was different. I had the feeling all my senses were alert, and there was so much going on and so much to look at. It was almost a bit overwhelming, but at the same time, it was just so beautiful. As it says, you could just immerse yourself in Frida's world, in her paintings, in her life, which of course has a lot of sadness in it. And it's so interesting. I had a discussion with my best friend who went to this exhibition with me, and she said I could never put a painting of Frida on my wall because it would just pull me down and make me depressed because of the depressed life she has. I have a totally different way of looking at it because I love Frida because of the strength she has. I mean, she endured so much in her life. She actually had a horrible life, but still she kept painting. Even when she couldn't get out of bed for months, she painted in bed. She just didn't give up, and it was her way of expression. And of course, I don't like all of her paintings because some of them are really grueling to look at. But she also brought so much beauty to this world. And that's why I love her, because even though she went through so much, she still saw beauty everywhere. And through her paintings, she's letting us experience how she sees the world. And it's just absolutely fabulous. So of course I have some memorabilia from this exhibition. So this was the flyer. And we paid 27 euros for the tickets, which is a lot, but totally worth it. And then I printed some photos that I took there. This first one is a selfie, which was really hard to take because I had virtual reality glasses on and earphones. I could not see what I was taking the photo of, but luckily I managed to catch myself with these goggles on. And this was the coolest thing about the whole exhibition. So you put these on and you had the feeling you were in Mexico and in her neighborhood, and you were on her bed, and with the bed you were going along one of the streets in Mexico, and it was just done so well. And then all of a sudden you were like immersed into her paintings, and you could turn your head around 360 degrees and look at everything. It was such a cool, like more than a 3D experience. Like you were really in her world, and it was colorful and everything was moving, and the music was beautiful, and lots of plants and birds. It was just absolutely incredible. So this is always going to remind me of that. Then they had some rooms where you could like sit and, you know, have the feeling like you were in Mexico. That was really cute. And then they had this picture, which was actually a digital picture, and it was really cool because it was moving as well, and her eyes sometimes closed and sometimes opened, and the background here was constantly moving. Then this is the photo from the entrance. And by the way, I printed all of these on glossy photo paper because I wanted them to have like the feeling of being a real photo. And then I also took some photos from what you just saw from the videos, where you were just lounging in these bean bags in this huge room, and where you had the videos going all around the room. So I definitely want to add some of these here. And I thought what might be cool with this one here, so I printed these out the same size, and I thought maybe I could just fold this. How do I do this? I would probably glue this onto something, and then I could like have a fold out. Like that. Well, first of all, I should maybe find a page to put it, which is not going to be easy because it's all full. Maybe I'll just put it in here. I want these edges to look like a flap. So I'll fold them over so that I can cut them symmetrically. Okay, I have a bit of a strange idea because look how well these colors go together. So I'm thinking, what if? So this would be in here. And then what if I cut out Frida's head like that and have that here so that we pull that. Worst case, I can print this photo again. It's kind of cool because this way she is facing her ancestors. Let's see if this would work. That might be sticking out a bit much. This will work better. So I'm going to glue that on. And then I'll actually cut this flap off and cut it the same shape as my photo. Okay, so we have this. This folds up and we can stick this in here. So her head is sticking out. I think the colors go together so well. And here we have some white showing, which I don't really like. So let's add some color to that. I'll take my newest Distress Oxide picked raspberry. Such a beautiful, juicy pink color. Maybe I'll do the whole thing in pink. I could have done this through a stencil, but I didn't think I was going to color so much of it. I'm just thinking what it would look like, you know, once I really take it out and add some journaling on the back. Okay, so I can add lots of journaling back here. And this can stay in here. And we have the pink here. Love it. Then we have these photos and we have these two. I still have some, well, first of all, let's put something in this pocket. This one should fit. Okay, and the blue looks really nice here actually. Oh, I have space here as well. Put Frida there and me. And then these are a bit tall for the bag, but I think, yeah, I can cut both of these down just a little bit. I decided to run this one through my die cut machine as well. Much better now. And this one, even after cutting it down, is still a tad too tall. So I guess I'll just have to cut a little bit off here. So for this one, I'm just going to cut the corners so that it also has a tag shape. And I'm going to sew these together. And actually, why not add the rest of this funky lace and cheesecloth. And thread. It's a tight fit. Okay, and of course I had to get something from the gift shop. So I actually got two things. This is getting nice and bulky already. So one is this calendar. Sorry for the glare. And I didn't buy it because I wanted the calendar. I bought it because of the postcards. Because the cool thing is that they added postcards which are easily removable. So let me give you a flip through. I've never seen this one before. I think this is a portrait of one of her friends. I love these watermelons. Love how it says Viva la Vida here. In this virtual reality, there was a scene where you were kind of like floating up and everywhere you had these watermelons and then things were dropping down and they turned out to be watermelon seeds. And one of them was flying right at you and it got really, really big. You really had the feeling it was going to hit you in the head. It was done so well. Love this one with the parakeets. So gorgeous. Beautiful. Love it. And that's the last one. So I think I'll add some of these or most of these to a future Frida journal. And then I got a poster, which I want to hang up here on my wall, but I want to get it framed. I'm not going to be able to fit it all. I love it. So, and I'll show you where I want to put this. So I think I want to redo this whole part of my walls there. On this wall here, I want to start adding some collected vintage pictures, one of which I will show you here shortly. And I think I'm going to get rid of this stag here and add the Frida photo instead once I have it framed. And that stag is going to have to go somewhere else in my apartment, maybe in my bedroom. I have some wall space there. So let me start off with the finds from the first flea market, which was in Vienna. This is the one on Wienerberg. If you're in the area, they are open every Sunday, and it's the biggest flea market in Vienna. So the first find I want to share are these wrenches. And I don't want to unpack them now because they are really dirty. But as you can see, they have beautiful rust, and they will be really nice for some rust dyeing. Paper as well as fabric. I think I paid €2 for these. The next very unspectacular thing I found was this paintbrush, which I think would look really cool on a journal cover. Either as a whole or as a cut-off part. I think this will make a fun addition. This was 50 cents. Then I found this belt, which I think will make a really interesting journal closure. So you put this in here, and then, yeah, so this goes in here, and then you can close it like that. Wouldn't that be a cool journal closure? Yep, I really like it. I think this was also €2. Then I found another Egyptian tin. I'm so happy when I find these. These are from cigars, and this was quite expensive. I'm trying to think now. It was either 10 or even 15 euros, which is crazy for a tin like this. You know, this is like once in a lifetime that you find a tin like this. This here is just paper. I think I'm going to have to re-glue this. And inside I have a few more finds. So I really like the inside here as well. Then I found this handle, which I also think would be a cool element for a journal cover, like to open it like this. I can totally imagine that. And then I found this key, which I also think would look really nice on a journal cover. And then I found this cute spoon. Look, it has a cuckoo's clock up here with some moving elements. And I thought I could use this to put like a image transfer on here, like Alex Castro Ferreira is showing in her free course how to do, and I will link that course for you below in case you want to check it out. I have not actually taken it yet, but it's been on my list of things to do, and I thought this would be the perfect spoon to try that technique with. This is totally bent out of shape and everything, but I still think it's a cool box. Then I found 2 card decks. I love these vintage card decks. This one I think is actually one that I already had. I have given away so many of the cards, so I'm so happy to have this again. Yeah, I remember these actually. So they are just vintage photos of different cities in Austria. And I just love these. They make great additions to journals. I think they were each €2 as well, which is great. And then this one I've never seen before, but the flowers are just so cute. Look at these. so happy with this find. And then the best for last. So I found these two paintings in this box here, and I only ended up taking one of them, and you will see that in a moment. No idea why I only took one. So here it is. How adorable is this? And I love the frame as well. Trying to think, how much did I pay for this? Might have been 20 euros, which is a steal, honestly. Frame is obviously made in Italy. So this is the first one I want to add onto that wall I showed you before on the left side, but I don't think I want to hang it up until I have a few more so that I know how to position them. So happy with this one. So let me show you what I got on the next flea market. So let me start with the linen and the doilies. This was a super small flea market, and it turned out to be part of an opening for a new refugee center. So all of the items at the flea market were donated, and the proceeds then went to the refugee center. I just got a few pieces. I paid for everything together 25 euros, which is maybe a bit more than I would usually pay, although I think it's fine for what I got because they are special pieces and I was happy to pay it for this cause. So this one I actually then got for free because of the other things I bought. But how beautiful is this hand stitching here? Then I got this doily. Also really cute, hand stitched. Then there's this one, super cute. And finally this one. This I think would make an awesome journal cover. Let's see if we put it around here. Yeah, that would be cute, right? I've never made a journal cover out of a doily like this, but this one just totally calls for that, I think. And I thought maybe I would make some digitals out of these as well. Let me know if you would be interested. I have some digitals already with doilies, so I will link those for you below as well in case you want to check those out. Then I have this lace trim, which looks like it's hand, what do you call it? Embroidered? It's not embroidered. I don't know what it is. It's handmade anyway. And this is a very long piece. And then I have a really special one. I don't think this is handmade, but look how beautiful this is. And as you can see, it's a huge piece. So I'm very thrilled about this. Lace is something I don't have a lot of. So this was a treasure. And I think this alone would probably be worth at least 25 euros. And lastly, I got these two beautiful pendants, which I think I will also add to journal covers at some point. Really cute. So that's all I got at that flea market. And if you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy this video right here, showing you a day in the life as a junk journaler. Love you guys. Mwah!